That's how I get that sweet focal length, bro. Alright, what kind of character you got for me, Nate?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Ask me questions. Should the sleeves ups or down?
Up goes a character.
Okay.
But we noticed you got a button loose.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Someone in my house is watching Indiana Jones by the time of it. Well, we brought you here, Nate, to ask you why are you single?
Why am I single? Say it's 10% bitterness, 10% jadedness. You get another 10% fear of commitment. I've got another 10% probably fear of intimacy, and that's about 50%, I think. Maybe that's 60% left, and the rest is I just don't. Just don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of time.
60% not enough time?
Yep.
It's quite a bit of not enough time.
Well, I work in a comic book store.
And you spend a lot of your time there.
I spend probably about between 40 and 41 hours a week there.
Right in that pocket?
Yeah.
It's quite a bit of time.
It's a lot of, yeah.
You could say it's a full-time job.
It is, you would say that. It is.
I imagine the comic book shop might not offer you opportunities at finding.
Oh, there's a lot of women. There's also a lot of boys. Less men.
Oh, really?
But mostly boys and women. Actually, there's a fairly good mix of that.
And all these are opportunistic. All these are opportunities.
I'm not sure I follow you. Opportunities for what?
Well, companionship.
I do find that while I've had, I would say that some of the boys are my friends.
Oh, just
Are you gonna watch that?
No, I just want to make sure you're in the focus pocket because that was just too good for you.
I'm not gonna be able to do that again.
Good, because
Was this that? The whole 10% this, 10% that? I was like, oh god, I can't lie. It was that pause. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope. How well is it mic'd?
it's mic'd fairly alright.
Is that a mic right there?
It is.
I hope that you can pick up like the long.
I hope so too. I want to go find out actually.
I like it.
Oh man, that was good.
You should. I kind of want to try and start over.
I think it actually worked out well. I mean, it could have been louder, you know, as you might have imagined, but let's see if I can't get this just like.
I have an idea.
I'm also gonna like, if you're quiet, I'm just gonna tell you to speak up, and you're just gonna make it, make it as awkward as you want, as if it's just. Sir, we need to speak more clearly, sir. A bit louder, please.
Sorry. I would say part of why am I single? Part of why I'm single. I'm pretty busy. I have a lot of unfinished projects. If you understand what I mean by that, if you catch my drift.
I don't quite.
Well, I've been learning guitar for a long time, but I can show you a little bit. So, this is my guitar. It was given to me, so I can play. This is a big part. I've been trying to tune this B string for a couple weeks, and it's not working out. So that's do you understand?
No, I understand. Yeah, it's a lot of finished project. Yeah.
So there's that. I've been trying to build a 1/1 scale model of myself in Minecraft, and that's been taking a while. I find that there's not a lot of you can't really do it. So that's another thing. Yeah. I've got a very long Steam wish list.
Don't we all?
I tumble from time to time. Sometimes sometimes I pump,
I don't.
Sometimes I wobble.
We're using verbs I'm not familiar with.
I wish. I wash. I do. I who's.
I'm not sure these verbs are English.
Okay. I don't know. I need more.
Okay. I can't. You gotta be going.
And other things.
You can't lean forward so much. I'm afraid you're coming out of focus.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't know until I look at it later.
I can't keep not
I
laughing.
need lead-ins, man.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You should get Jess on this. It'd be really funny.
Part of me, dude, it took a lot of restraint to not say. I probably should have, just for the sake of improv, but I didn't say. I was gonna say, I'll tell you, women I've met really like it if you know how to tune their G string. You know what I'm saying? No? Oh.
I spent a lot of time talking about board games. I have not played many of them. So that's a big part of my job.
Your job? Playing or talking about board games?
I have to talk about board games to people. They ask me questions. They usually know a little bit more about them than I do.
Just play
So
along.
it's difficult. It's very hard on me. I don't have the time for board games or love, but I am a romantic.
Would you say you know more about love than board games?
I would say, yeah. I would say that's yes, definitely. I have much more experience with one than the other.
And that's love.
Yeah, that would be
Oh.
love. Yes. Yeah, I've learned a lot of things from love. I've learned how to laugh. I've learned how to hate. Uh, I learned how to make really good, like a vegan kind of stew. I do that a lot throughout the winter.
And you learned that from love.
Yeah, yeah. He was a guy that stayed at this punk house that I used to live at.
His name, Vegan Stew?
No, his name is Love.
Oh, Love.
Yeah,
Oh.
he taught me how to make vegan stew and how to hate and how to laugh. Also, a big reason that I'm single is I don't really want to be taken, if you will.
Oh, I will.
Will what?
Well, you said if I will, and
Yeah,
well, I do.
it's an idiom. It's an idiom. Why am I single? It's you got a good you got like 5% no, 5% time. You have probably another 5% fear. You got another 5% another 5% growth. I'd say you have 15% there. So you add another 15. That's going to be scholarly pursuits. That brings us to 30%. You take 30%, and how much is left?
70%.
You have 70% there. That's exactly right. So you have 30% and you have 70%. And the 70% you can break down into smaller parts. So you take another 10% from the 70% here. So you have 30%, 70%. Sorry, 30%, 60%, 10%. And then if you take those together, the 10% would be time spent shopping.
So you've got time and time spent
Time
shopping.
and time spent shopping. They're different categories. Because time spent shopping, you could do that if you're not single, but it is very tricky business to do. You have different. Well, you have two people, and then one. You go shopping together. You have one person wants to shop for clothes, and the other person wants to shop for music, and it's. What happens is you have a house. Imagine this is a house, and there's no foundation. So that leaves us with 60% up here, and the 60% up here would be, really just I have chronic diarrhea.
They say something like 1 in 4 men suffer from chronic bowel issues.
I want to get rid of the chronic diarrhea. So that leaves you with 60%. Up in the upper right, your left, upper here, and that 60% would probably be comprised of what I like to call the 4 cardinal hobbies, and that is reading, listening, watching, and cooking. So reading is books of any sort. Watching, that is any sort of visual entertainment. And then you have listening, which would be any sort of strictly sound things. Entertainment that is sound, whether it be creating or
Consumption.
consumption. Yes, consumption of. And then you have cooking, which is food. the cooking food.
That pretty well covers the basis.
So yeah, I mean, that's probably why. Yeah, I mean that's really it. I don't know what else you want, but do you have any other questions?
Well, you got it pretty well nailed down. We had a guy in here earlier who had a lot of hobbies. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean it's not hobbies. I mean those are I have 4 cardinal hobbies, and that's only 60% of why I'm single. You have another 5, 5, 5, 15, and then 10.
Seems like you got things pretty
That
well
are other
known.
things.
You know where you're going with this. Seems like you're single and content.
Yeah. Single and content. Single and content. Single and content. Happy Valentine's Day! The 4 cardinal hobbies wish you well. I don't know. I got nothing else for you, man.
That was
That's
really
it.
good.
That was like I was really digging deep there, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of it wasn't very.